Hello everyone and welcome to Moonride. This is Dave Johnson and I'm channeling the man in the moon. Wow. So look, I gotta say I feel pretty positive. Things do seem to be unraveling in the government. I'm literally just sitting here as I see the Capitol crack open and a sort of rose bush grow through the middle. Maybe this is just all a shift that had to come about, and like many other shifts in history, they're not so straightforward or pleasant. So let's check and see what's going on right now. And I'm looking at all parties. Okay, so I really got to say the first thing is here's Trump with the Senate is opened up. Here's the rose bush, and Trump keeps cutting the roses and handing to people, and then they die. This is the first rose he's handed. And trust me, his hair's on fire. He's really, really, really losing it. He knows that he's losing control. And you are suffering, I know, because of this, but Trump is also very much suffering because there's too much to manage here. He's very afraid. So I also see that people around him are realizing that he doesn't have control all of this, and they're starting to figure a way out. I can see the faces of some of his minions, assistants. So it just the first rose is like he hands them this rose as it's dying to these people, but he looks like this giant. He's this terrifying giant. So I think, among other things, that he's scaring people. And for a while, they were people that were sort of a minority group. Now it's just more people. Everybody's afraid. They're afraid they're going to be caught up in this mess as their supporters. They're afraid that they will receive the negative results of his policies. And it really is like a giant. So, and here's this giant, but it's terrifying. It's like they made him into this monumental figure, and now he's doing this. So, all right, I feel it's wise to ask about the Epstein files and how that's affecting him. It's like now he's cutting all the roses. It's like full court press, anything to stop the story. And he will destroy anything that will stop the story, even his own policies. So maybe I would ask, is Epstein going to bring Trump down from the grave? Epstein seems to be smiling. I can see him popping out of his grave, and it's like a revenge. And also notice that Epstein's making a lot of these right-wing programmers look really bad. Now it's compelling them to justify what can't be justifiable. There is a real purpose in this, and I don't want to dismiss the people who have suffered here at all and say, oh, it's all going to be okay in the end. I don't want to dismiss anybody's pain like this. But I do want to say, on the other hand, it is showing something to us. People will justify anything Trump does, even the overlooking of the abuse of children. So, all right, Epstein, you got anything else to tell me, a creep? I see like a long, long, thin line, and it's like he's sucking the life out of Trump. So keep in mind, this is again stressing Trump to the point where it is bringing him closer to the end. So I am seeing young women. These seem to be connected to Trump. And I'm just kind of going, what? So why have they not spoken? Why have they not come out? One disappears. One of them suffered greatly when they tried to come out. I know there's a woman who did file suit, but she kind of cries and disappears. It was like just too much for her to face. But there's still more than one woman who will come forward. And one of them is, I think one of them is too free. And I think she already did come forward with some of this information. But she didn't specifically name many people. There are others who are going to name names. They're in the shadows now. I feel like there's two people who are going to come forward and say who did this. And I don't know about the relationship to Trump. It may be that it just implicates him in the cover-up or more. It's not, they're not making it clear, and it's important that it not be clear yet. This has to be done in this sort of step-by-step fashion, or they will not be safe. Is there anything else? Let's ask this. What else are we going to know about the files? There's lots and lots and lots of files. I'm shown like an encyclopedia-sized book, and it's just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. There's much more. I got to point out how interesting it is that it's actually young women who are bringing this administration down. Not Merrick Garland. Where were you, man? You had these files. Where were you? What were you doing? And I think that's where I'm gonna go on it. I really don't think that we can just focus on one party right now. It's incredible that Garland didn't do that. How can you be an ethical person and not have revealed this? So let's just ask, why didn't you do this, Garland? It's like a skulking kid. Well, I didn't know any better. Come on, man. Yeah, you did. Okay, well, if this is his point, I had to choose my battles, right? I chose one I thought was a cut and dried case. There was no fearful people involved in this case. It was cut and dried. It was obvious. It was on TV. There was nothing unclear about it, and that was a mistake. I should have gone for the salacious stuff. Anything else you want to say to justify your case there? Well, no. It's hard. It's shocking. Nobody's a hero here, and that's such a disappointment, isn't it? Except, of course, for those people who are coming forward. Freeze a hero. Let's see if there's more there from Garland. No, he doesn't have any more to say. All right, we're not going to go into Biden and what he was thinking at this time, although he does seem to have, well, we will go a little bit. I'm just getting that he is like, concentrate on the economy and try to fix this, as if he had the control, because he didn't. Other powers had control of the economy because he didn't really take control. But that was his sort of focus. It's again, let's be nice. Let's just be really, really nice, and everybody will like us. Didn't really work out that way. He saw Bill Clinton do that, and it worked. Bill Clinton basically did good things with the economy, and that was supposed to make up for lousy things that needed change. So, let's just see about just America now, and I'm very concerned about our economy. It's very rocky. Things go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, rapidly. And there is an increase. There is, at some point, it'll go up. It'll spike up really good. Something, maybe stock market will spike up really good. And then it's going to go bam. It's just going to slam. If you guys are wiser than me, you can play that game and maybe you'll get out at the right moment. But I would be pretty careful now, unless you're an expert at this. That's just in terms of investing. For the regular person, I didn't have any money to invest. It's going to cause you a lot of emotional turmoil. It will cause you to worry a lot. The best thing that you can do is do what you can do. And when those worry issues come up, they're going to come up. There's nothing wrong with that coming up. Just manage them as best you can. Understand that, we're always going to worry, and 99% of the time it doesn't come to fruition. Do your best to see the outcome as a positive one, as a neutral one, because at some points it won't be bad. At some points it will be bad. And you don't want to be it won't help you if you're going zigzag, zigzag all the time. Just continue to meditate and pray and do your best to control the emotions associated with that. On a practical level, you will get what you need. It's just a question of time. It's a question of focusing, and there is going to be an element of trust here, trusting that things will be, because it won't be for a long time. It's not going to be for a long time. Things will change and they'll become more neutral, because I just don't feel like this administration is going to last. Something's going to shift. Something's going to change. It's like once the big ass crash happens, there's something shifting, and that's almost like a revolutionary state of shift. One thing I do see is working class, middle class, even upper middle class people from both parties are going to be on the same page. And remember, that's what we're after. We're after a united America. And do your best not to argue about Trump and his details. It's arguing about a personality. And it's not, who cares, right? It's in a sense, that's just a distraction. The reality is that Americans can come together on certain agreements on practical matters. Avoid conversations about people, get to just practical matters. What solutions do we have right now? I know you disagree with me in some ways, but can we agree that we should change the farmers' policy? Can we agree that we're not going to let the corporate bodies steal all of those farmers' land now that they're bankrupt, even though we might say some of them deserve it? No. We got to unite with them and back them up, because those people we disagree with, when we back them up really in this crisis situation, that's when they're going to say, okay, I don't agree with those people, but they're not bad. In some sense, this does give us a chance to show that we are capable of forgiveness, that we are spiritual people, that we really do believe in the same things in some ways, that we are given the chance to prove that we can rise above our rage. And in some sense, that is a growth for us. So let us remember this, and don't think that it's easy. I'm working on this every day, but we really will pull together. And I'm just wondering, Spirit, can you show me? So I'm just seeing a two-headed dragon that becomes a one-headed dragon. And, that's our power. Dragon's not bad. It's just that when it's two-headed, it's going in two opposite directions. It cannot succeed. When it comes together with some shared beliefs, it can do more than just breathe fire, right? It is unifying. This is a period of time that we will live through, and we will be able to talk about and tell stories about. It's an important time. and we can at least rejoice that we were born now to witness it. Thanks so much for watching.